streaming. It should pop up. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, let's see if... Did it work? Hey, pizza! What's the best tint for blocking heat and keeping my Toyota from getting hot? Ceramic film. A C2 ceramic, a Pro Nano ceramic, or an Apex ceramic. All of those are going to be good. Nice, that worked out perfectly. So right now we're doing C2 ceramic. Apex is a dual layer ceramic. It blocks out even more heat, but any of the C2 ceramic is going to be good. What's up? Okay, remember, if I shrink these, I got to shrink them out the sides. I'm going to immediately forget when I go to take a heat gun to it. Wow. That's a big finger for such a flat-looking window. How does it cut? So there is this blade holder here, and there's this software. So it's basically a big CNC machine that rolls the film in and out and then drags a blade through it. And the annoying part about a plotter is you have to cut through the tint part without cutting the liner. If it cuts through both, there's no structure anymore, and it'll just rip and crumple up your pattern as it's feeding the film in and out. So the film on this one is 1.5 mil, and the liner is like even thinner. So it's just got to work it back and forth until, you know, it goes through just that. I think I put too much pressure somewhere, because that is pretty damn flat. Are you live on another platform too? No, what? Don't tell TikTok that. Yeah, I thought YouTube was gone, but apparently it wasn't. You're doing the back window. Yeah, oh, this one does have a little bit more curve to it. How much is tint on a Model X windshield? Model X windshield is pretty damn pricey. One I just quoted was for like $950 for the windshield. There we go. That was nice. Where are you located? Sterling Heights. Detroit Tint Studio. I got quoted $1,000 for ceramic plus tint. Yep. So the Model X windshield is dramatically different. It's right in line with like the Cybertruck. Model 3, Model Y, those are all what I would consider fairly normal windshields. They're a little big, but they're not a crazy project. The Model X is huge. So you gotta get a oversized roll, and you have to just, it's a big job. Big job doing that one. Okay, so front doors cut successfully, or the quarters. So we're gonna do the back glass. Everything's all set. We can just run this. So while that's running, we just have to coat this back window. Would I notice a difference with 15%? Yes. Like, would you notice against the what? Why would somebody pull shrink while dry shrinking? Oh, it's just another way to manipulate the film. I'll do it. Not all the time, but I'll definitely do it. So whenever your film is just kind of bunched up in a corner, you can just tug on the film a little bit, and that's going to help. No tint versus 15% tint. Yes, you'll notice. So the back, you might have your shades mixed up. So the back of most trucks and SUV are already privacy tinted anywhere from, like, on average 20%. 15 is going to be darker than that. Recommendations for the best film that the general public could get. I mean, GeoShield isn't gatekeep. You could get it from 313tint.com. But you can't order like a 10-foot roll. It's available to purchase, but like you were already a dealer. So 50-foot rolls and up. All right. So while this is drying, we have a couple things that we can do. Quarter windows we can install, and then we can also work on the windshield. Thankfully, the doors are done. That saves some time. Look at how much, you want to see how much room I've got to work with? The seats, like, this is a joke. So this is the pull lever to move the seat forward. I can push it, and then it just falls right back. I got like this much space to basically carry it. The seat's already up. It's leaned forward. It's not going up any more than that. And then you got the seat belt in the way. That's one reason this back window is like extra fun. What do I have that can... I forgot what I used to do to kind of get this out of the way. I think I used to just put my keg here and then like sit it on the keg. Can't really do that right now. When do you recommend a beginner to get a plotter? I mean, plotter is always up to you. The sooner you get one, the sooner you learn how to use it. If it's like within your budget, there's no reason that waiting a long time is gonna change much for you. But just don't become overly dependent on it. You have to learn how to hand cut. So what a lot of people end up doing What a lot of people end up doing is get a plotter and just always take the easy route. And so cutting on a plotter is going to be the easy route. Those patterns don't always work. And you have a recurring subscription as well that comes with it. So they're an assist. So like, let's say you're doing a couple doors on that Yukon right there. You mess up one, you can print it again. You'll be attempting it again way faster, which is nice. But let's say this keeps disconnecting. How much do the subscriptions run? They start at 100 and they go up from there based on the software. The software that I recommend is 150. That's honestly not bad though. Let me squeeze in here. I've been tinting for 8 months. Oh, okay. That's good. You're not brand new to tinting, so you kind of know what you're getting into. I have them. They're worth having. But there were times that I always had access to plotters, and I just didn't use them because the software was constantly letting me down. Core is like, Film Cut was decent, but it still kind of suffered from the same inconsistency issues. You still could have those same types of problems. I'm gonna do this one more time. I wasn't happy with that. There's situations that you'll cut a pattern out and then it just doesn't line up. And you're like, what the heck? And you cut something else up and it doesn't line up. And so the more that happens, especially when you've learned without ever having to use a plotter, you just end up defaulting to going back to hand cutting. But Core is exceptionally good. Core gives me hope in plotter software again. Would you rather window tint or vinyl wrap? Window tint, obviously. Do you experience with DAP? Yeah, I've used it, and patterns were awesome. But DAP is locked down to dealers only. So there's no getting it unless you're a dealer. And if you are a dealer, then you probably know that. kind of a bummer. But there wasn't a significant competitor to DAP for a long time. But I'd say Core will push DAP to get significantly better, or people just leave Expel. So I'm really happy that there's a open competitor. I'm not exactly stoked that it's an Eastman product, but hey, it's good. Was the tint that not a chameleon, but it reflects like a rainbow? You mean chameleon? You don't like Eastman products? No, they generally have good products. But Eastman is a big old corporation, and they've been in business for a long time, and there's always been a certain arrogance about companies like that. So let's say you're looking to get into window tint, and I'm using Lumar. You're not getting Lumar. I mean, you could buy in and get it, but they've had some really bad reps, and they don't, I don't know. It just depends on who you get in touch with. It's big corporate. And so at the end of the day, obviously it's all about the dollars. They're also a publicly traded company. I don't know if Core is going to be open forever. I hope it stays that way. But years ago, Lumar Precision Cut and Suntech True Cut were both software options. And I really liked True Cut. Really liked True Cut. And then I was working with a tint shop. And then one day, we get a phone call from them. And they're like, hey, we noticed you don't buy Suntech film. And we're like, no, we don't. They're like, would you like to? We said, no. And they said, but you're using our software. And we said, yeah, software is great. And they're like, well, if you want to continue to use the software, you have to buy our film. And that's when we parted ways. So, like, the company already has a history of doing that kind of stuff, and other companies have done that. So, what I don't like is this approach of trying to take some type of software and muscle a shop into converting over to the film. But be sure that every films company's goal is to not sell you software, it's to sell you film. But now anyone can use Core. You get a better deal if you use Lumar. And I don't hate that. I'll pay more. I don't care. But that's for now. Is that going to be the same in 6 months to a year? I don't know. Hey, are you... What size roll?
24.
Oh, you got to put down the other... Okay, I'll go. So all the rollers are not down all the time. So here, throw that out. Yeah, we'll move it over. We'll do this. So there's locks on the back of it. Did you put that down? No. I know I fucked that up. Ugh, that's not good. Shit. So there's these locks on the back. These have to be pushed down on the outside. So yeah, you can't just use all the rollers. So the outside ones are always locked down. So when you go from a 36 to a 24, this one was up and this one was down. So that's why the whole thing shifted on you.
Okay.
The bummer of it is I had this Teflon tape in it. Screwed with that. I don't have more Teflon tape. Can you guys just hand cut that one? I gotta get more Teflon tape. I don't have any. So both of these have to be readjusted with Teflon tape, and I just ran out. Used painter's tape. It's thicker. I'm good on mine. No, I know. Any of the tape that you guys are mentioning right now is going to be thicker. Hang on. This is where things get fun. Real quick, let me look something up. I know it doesn't really need the tape, but when you dial it in with the tape, you kind of have to use the same thickness, or you have to readjust everything. I'm looking for some right now. I'm trying to remember, because there's like a few different types. So this Teflon tape is not the same stuff. It could probably cut on a lot of things. It just readjusts the blade pressure. I know you can just readjust the blade pressure. The problem is we have to actually dial it in, and shit can get more complicated than just a few button presses. So it was just set up. I'd rather not. It's like this stuff. PTFE. PTFE. That phone's nearly a foot. I know. Now it's normal. Now it's Star Wars. Does a local store have it? No. Sun Distributing probably has it. They're like 30 minutes away, and we need an answer now. Free delivery on Monday. Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh, this is just all the different options. So this would work. Half an inch. 1 inch. 0.75. 2. And we'll just get this for now. Let me try and ship it to home, and then we'll see if we can get it tomorrow. All right, there you go. Do I have my yellow? I don't know if I have my yellow painter's tape anywhere. The yellow stuff I have is thinner. It's thinner than this. And then, shit, even electrical tape would have worked pretty good, but this stuff is not that. Hand cutting is good for them. I know that. Here, we'll see. We'll say, fuck it, and we'll try a sample. So I really don't want to screw up my black Teflon strip. Really don't want to do that. But yeah, reason why I don't want to mess up my this strip under here is this is like factory installed. And if it messes that up, the chances of me successfully reapplying one perfectly flat is very low. They sell different ones and like I could do it, but this was a new machine, so we just got to get more tape is all. Covered up my we get that problem too. Hang on. Where is that? Where's my laser eye? Right here. There we go. This is that laser eye. This will tell it when the film is all the way back there. All right, let's see. This is down, up, it's still up. Why the blue tape? Because I had Teflon tape and then a lever didn't get pushed. So let's go to cutboard. So we got a 24-inch roll. Let's just try cutting one of these. And we'll see what happens. Looking pretty good. I don't know yet. It might be. Try them with a quarter window. I don't think it ripped through though. Hey, all right. Yeah. Are the doors done yet? No. Okay.
I don't mind handing out the doors.
Do the back quarters and then do the back window. Because if the back quarters work, then you're fine to do the back window. I just don't want it to get like, you know, halfway through and. Right. So, it's possible. But yeah, cut out the back quarters on this, and if those work, like those sets and then the rear sets, those work out, then you're fine to cut the back one out. Yeah. And we'll just hang this one up here. Do you need to swap out the roll? Yeah. He just had it set up for you. What did I miss? Real life. Oh, this might be able to be. Oh, hey, yeah. Yeah, we can actually just throw this on the car. So let me do that. Yeah, it's all set. Yep, so whenever you're loading a roll, the inside rolls need to be up. The tabs on the back need to be up, and the outside ones, the tabs need to be down. The plotter doesn't give me anywhere to set the film or set the rollers, so they're just on standby. So that's why they're all just kind of like in the middle. I like the floor. Thank you. Race deck. Yeah, we got a very flat window here. I was gonna move this over to another board, and then I was like, why am I doing that? I should just put this on the car. Which is the best to see out of at night, 5 carbon or 5 ceramic? Either one of them are gonna be fine as long as you don't get a cheap version. If you get a really cheap film, it's harder to see through. It's not the film type. Not a heavy curve on this one. No, this is like a big flat sunroof. And it's kind of annoying how much of a sunroof it's like. It is harder to install. Yeah, what, how early can you be, like, because we could even have it done today, and then you could pick it up early tomorrow, or is it?
I have work tomorrow at 8 in the morning, that's why I'm dropping it off.
What time do you need to pick it up? Because I'll open up later, so you can just pick it up then.
I should be done by like 1 or 2.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, not a problem.
Feel free to roast cartoons for their crappy my windshield too.
Oh, are we pulling,
No.
oh, no?
They're doing a warranty for it all, because I got to get a new windshield because there's like water stains or something on it.
Oh, geez.
But if you want to do a YouTube video, make fun of them.
What are we tinting on it again?
The back 5.
Back 5 windows?
Yeah.
Okay. What shade are we going with?
5%.
5.
So
Are we doing the standard or carbon or
Just standard.
standard?
As
Okay.
long as I'm happy, I don't care. As long as it's dark and doesn't turn purple, I'm happy.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. But yeah, we'll, I mean, there's a good likelihood we'll get to it, honestly, today. And then I'll have it for you whenever you want to pick it up tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
And then if I'm always running late, I can always have you guys knock the keys in the car and I can spare.
okay.
But so then, should I pay for it now then, just to be safe?
Yeah, we could cash you out now. That's fine. Okay. Yep.
And then I need that, if you guys have the windows and the two up here, just pay the cost. Yeah.
All right.
And then whenever I get it, I'll come do it, that way it's not sitting here.
Sure.
I guess it works out.
All righty. So we'll put 5 over the factory on the back.
Yeah, but let me see what, like 4% or whatever.
It'll make it really dark. It'll be like 1% really.
Really?
Well, like 5% over factory. Your factory is going to be like 20%.
So that's
So 5% is over that is going to just make it really, really dark.
Yeah,
If we
20%
do,
would make it 4, right?
yeah. Yeah, so if we did 20% over that, it would bring it down to basically like a 5% level. But if we do 5% over your factory, it's gonna make it like really dark.
Like how dark? So where like I can't see out of it and it's like limo tint, or like
Here, let me, what do we got? Yeah, you're gonna have a real hard time seeing through it.
but can I see
Like-
out of it?
You'll be able to see out of it during the daytime, basically not at all at nighttime.
Okay.
Here, if you wanna go through. Let me grab one of these sample boards here.
She's got the keys. Want me to get them from her?
Yeah, is it locked?
Yeah, I locked it.
Okay.